Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley. That's David Van Camp, and there's the walking miracle, Scott Robbins.
Well, yeah.
More on that in just a bit.
Yeah.
David, welcome back from the Rona.
Yeah, the Rona really got me this time. It's still kind of getting me. You can probably hear it in my voice.
It's a little bit.
Well, you know what happened? He didn't get his 47th vaccination.
It would have stopped it, right?
Well, right in his tracks.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then it doesn't go anywhere else.
You can't get it. You can't receive it. No, it's good.
Got
That's
it.
what happens when Van Camp doesn't follow the guidelines.
It didn't follow the science. I'm sorry.
That's right.
So are you, like, spreading the disease today, or you're not spreading it?
According to the science, if we're supposed to follow it, I haven't had a fever since, like, Friday night.
Yeah, he's good.
But I had a fever for a few days. I mean, it was a little rough. But
I'd say deport you along with Abrego Garcia.
yeah, Maryland,
just for a few days.
Here we go again.
This is unbelievable.
You know, and where he's being deported to gets worse and worse all the time.
Well,
he should have taken the first deal.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
Maryland man, the MS-13 gang member and human trafficker Kilmar Abrego García is back in ICE custody, and liberals actually had a rally this morning in support of him.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Explain that, please.
That is si se puede, which is yes, we can. If I remember correctly, I think it was really popularized by the labor movement, and ICE is over there saying, yes, we can. We can deport him to Uganda, actually, because that's probably where he's going.
I thought he was talking about breakfast tacos with Podway.
Yeah, yes, Dr. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden very famously said, si se puede.
Yeah.
They just keep stepping on the rake.
I don't understand. Honest to God, it's an upside-down world. I do not understand how you can support this guy and continue to support this guy with overwhelming evidence.
Well, I would guess some of these people are paid. Other people may be here illegally. So, of course, and then they're just liberals because Trump is for it. They're going to be against it. So there you go.
Yeah.
And in the end, not a lot of people will pay much attention to it. And, yes, he's going to be gone.
To Uganda.
Wow.
You've got to be kidding me, man.
Dang.
And it seems like now the strategy from the left is just to go back to the Trump's racist.
Yes.
Racist. Yes. They've declared what? War on people of color.
Yeah, well, Democrat Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz was on CNN to cry about alligator Alcatraz and mass deportation efforts in general. Alligator Alcatraz staying open despite some liberal judge trying to shut it down. They're just saying, you actually don't have jurisdiction to do that, so we're going to keep going.
Like we said the other day, it's going to get overturned. They do this all the time. Okay. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Here we go.
This is a complete mess that was a political stunt from the beginning that has had human rights abuses that are incomprehensible, that
Name one.
are absolutely harming the environment and
Name one.
really unraveling progress that we've made over 30 years to restore the Everglades. And at the end of the day, we need to make...
I'm not sure what the message is.
Yeah.
We're worried about the gators?
Yes.
Or we're worried about the people incarcerated?
Well, she also brings up Native Americans, too. She's checking off all the boxes, okay? We're worried about human rights abuses, which, again, like you said, name one, because it sounds like a pretty run-of-the-mill detention center.
Yes.
We care about the environment. This is terrible. Oh, gosh. And we got to think about Native Americans with all of this. What?
Okay.
And at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we respect tribal lands. All the MAGA Republicans and Ron DeSantis care about is the abuse of human rights, because I mean, they have declared war on people of color.
What is it? You only have so many different topics on your dartboard, and you threw one today, and it said, "Yep, go after the racist angle."
Yeah, he's declared war on people of color by securing D.C. as well.
Yes.
Because, most of the people who are dying in D.C. or were dying in D.C. were black people.
Yes, I've seen several on-the-street bits of different reporters, journalists talking to people of color in D.C. saying, yeah, it's good.
It's insane.
It's getting safer.
Why does Debbie Wasserman Schultz only do interviews after she came out of the shower?
She
Why
really
is that?
does. It looks like she came out of a saltwater pool.
Yeah, those long-haired dogs, when you wash them and their hair just kind of hangs down, but it looks wet. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Like the 80s moose.
It's
Yes.
gross.
Man, brutal.
Just,
I know.
They got nothing. They're just twisting in the wind right now. They just don't have anything.
Well, they got something else.
I know.
After, going after, John Bolton, going after political enemies. And, of course, the media synchronized. You hear it all over.
This is the latest indication the Trump administration is targeting the president's political enemies.
It looks like it's just more revenge and more retribution on his political enemies.
He said he was going to go after all of these individuals, and one by one, he's slowly doing that.
Yeah, he said it. He said it. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe it is political retribution. I don't care.
Well, it's not, though. It's trying to hold people accountable for the things that they've done.
Look, man, it doesn't affect me when somebody says it's political retribution. It just doesn't.
No.
We had to deal with Biden administration doing it for 4 years.
Kristen Welker asked J.D. Vance about it.
Oh, this is great.
Going
This is so
after the
good.
political, and blah, blah, blah.
Is Ambassador Bolton being targeted because he's a critic of President Trump?
No, not at all. And in fact, if we were trying to do that, we would just throw out prosecutions willy-nilly like the Biden administration DOJ did, prosecutions that later got thrown out in court. If we bring a case, and of course we haven't done that yet, the Department of Justice has not done that yet, we are investigating Ambassador Bolton, but if they ultimately bring a case, it will be because they determine that he has broken the law. We're going to be careful about that. We're going to be deliberate about that because we don't think that we should throw people, even if they disagree with us politically, maybe especially if they disagree with us politically, you shouldn't throw people willy-nilly in prison.
However, no one is above the law.
Well, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was, weeping and wailing about that, which you could easily predict was going to happen.
I mean, you impeached Trump. You had DAs chasing him all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a horrible time. I mean, the guy has mugshot. He was drugged. It's nuts. And now you're like, well, what's the political retribution?
Well, I think Chuck Todd, the sleepy one himself, had tweeted something about how this is breaking our democracy because it's this whole two wrongs somehow make a right. And I read that and I'm saying, so you're acknowledging a wrong was done. Well, if a wrong was done and it goes unaccounted for, then what's the incentive to not do that all over again?
Exactly.
Was that on his Toddcast?
No, that was on X. Okay. He may have put it on the Chuck Toddcast, yes.
Well, now back to the whole racist narrative. Trump said Chicago's next after D.C. We got to clean up these cities,
After we do this, we'll go to another location, and we'll make it safe also. We're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one. But they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago. Please. I did great with the black vote, as you know, and they want something to happen. So I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York.
But the Chicago mayor says no.
Okay. All right, tough guy.
We don't want any of that. We don't want your help.
Okay.
Seriously, if you were the mayor of a town and you had a problem with crime, okay, and you see some other town where the violent crime is reduced like a crazy percentage, like you're seeing in D.C. right now, and someone says, we want to come to your town and help you out, most people would be like, heck yeah, that would be great. We need the resources. Well, of course, that's not going to happen because it's all political.
Yeah, and exposes his lack of leadership and lack of skill.
But this is tyranny, okay? Yeah, well, yeah. And here's what he said.
Look, we're going to remain firm. We'll take legal action. But the people of this city are accustomed to rising up against tyranny. And if that's necessary, I believe that the people of Chicago will stand firm alongside of me as I work every single day to protect the people of this city.
Quick question. Just a quick one.
Are accustomed to rising up against tyranny.
When has Chicago citizens had to rise up against tyranny? He says they're used to it.
Right.
Can you name one time you had to?
Right. Well, they pushed back Indiana when they tried to invade.
Gary came in.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
And Chicago said, you're staying over there.
Right. And
we're rising up.
Right. They rose up, pushed them back. Yep.
No, Chicagoans been falling down to murder. Record numbers year after year after year.
I think you hit it on the head earlier, and you said sometimes they just hate Trump. That's all there is.
Yeah, it's just about
they
fighting
hate
Trump.
It's not about helping them out or making sure that the people in their city are safer. Trump did it. They can't have that.
I mean, also, when he's saying that people are going to stand next to him, the people of Chicago, at best, his approval rating, according to the University of Chicago, their polling outfit, is at 26%. There was another poll that was a GOP-led poll, so just in fairness, grain of salt here, but they had him at 8% approval. So the people are not with Brandon Johnson.
No, we've had clip after clip of neighborhood meetings going off on that guy.
Yeah, Jokic was 9%.
I mentioned earlier Robbins is the walking miracle because it was 10 years ago. This week, actually, I think it's on the day, it was that Monday, where you had a heart attack, and then you had another one a day later, which was even worse.
Yeah.
And again, for those that don't know the story, you were in a coma for over a month. You were in ICU for 5 months, 4 months?
Yeah.
In the hospital, 6 months.
Got a trach.
Could barely speak, had terrible memory issues, couldn't do radio anymore.
Kidneys were failing.
Yes, and then all of a sudden you got kidney function back, 2 years later, year and a half?
Yeah, about a year and a half later.
And your memory continued to improve. Your voice was coming back, and you were able to come back to the show. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
We've well documented the whole story, but for those that don't know, when I step back and think about it, it is remarkable that you're even here, let alone still at the top of your game.
I always think I died, and this is the second part of my life. That's how it begins. It picks up where it left off, but only that part is gone. I don't know. You think all these weird things, right? Because I was without a pulse for a long time, and so there you go.
Yeah, over 30 minutes.
Yeah, weird, man. Weird.
It is crazy. So, and we'll get into more of that a little bit later. It is Mashup Monday. David, what do you have for us today?
Oh, today this comes from Bill McClintock. It's actually a few years old, but it's Sad But True meets You Make Me Feel Like Dancing.
I love this. This is one of my favorites.
Baby Trey, I'm your only true friend now. Baby Trey, I'm forever there. I'm in a spin, shaking on a string, You make me feel like dancing. You know it's sad but true. You make me feel like dancing. You know it's sad but true. You make me feel like dancing. I feel like dancing, dancing, dance the night away. I feel like dancing,
That even makes it better, man. Oh, that's great.
I like that guy.
That's a lot of fun. Okay. Just a lot of fun audio to get to. Looking forward to that with, Cash Patel and much more in the 5 stories we're watching today next.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Preseason football is underway and college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the easiest way to cash in on football. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. You just select stat projections for 2 to 6 players, pick more or less, and you're ready to go. Prize Picks also invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Which players are going to go off? Which ones aren't going to go off? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long. All withdrawals are fast, safe, secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code MVCR to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
He's coming. Here he comes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for anyone out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. And it's time for the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, number 5, California Governor Gavin Newsom is continuing his bizarre Twitter trolling. It's very odd and kind of unsettling and not funny. I don't even know what the jokes are supposed to be.
It's losing some people, that's for sure. And then you've got the hipster leftists saying, oh, this is the way you go about attacking Trump.
But it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like, so he's got a post calling to Make America Gavin again? I'm not even sure what that means.
Make America Gavin again?
Make America Gavin again.
What does it mean?
Were we Gavined at one point?
Not that I know of.
You've been Gavinized?
Right.
And if you got to ask why it's funny or how it's funny,
yeah,
probably not funny.
Well, like
free Brill cream for every man in America.
Well, he's also highlighting crime in red states, singling out cities which, in most cases, have been Democrat strongholds for decades.
Yeah.
Like St. Louis, Memphis.
Weird.
He's going on and on and on. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Well, I mean,
the state doesn't control that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he's just counting on idiots thinking it's funny or something. But the assassination AI renderings, there's one where he's got the bandage on his ear. It doesn't make sense.
No, Robbins was going off on that.
Or he's holding up a ketchup bottle in the iconic photo right after Trump got shot. I'm like, I don't even know what the joke is supposed to be.
It was fake blood.
Is that it?
Is that it? Yeah.
It's just not very good.
I'll dispute that one. Yeah.
Someone died there.
I know, man.
That's very odd. Anyway, number 4, Kilmar Abrego García, a.k.a. Maryland Man, has turned himself into federal authorities, and he has been arrested and now faces deportation after a long legal battle. They're talking about sending him to Uganda.
Yeah.
Number 3, President Trump signing an order to end cashless bail in Washington, D.C. as part of the crime crackdown. By the way, 12 straight days with no homicides in the nation's capital.
How about that? That's remarkable.
And just to bring it up again, it's August. It's usually like one of the prime months for murder.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2, he's also talking about sending the National Guard into Chicago. The mayor, Brandon Johnson, says there will be a street uprising if that happens. And number 1, HHS has confirmed the first human case in the U.S. of the New World screwworm. The case was from someone who traveled between El Salvador and Maryland, looking at you, Abrego Garcia. Screwworms are parasitic flies who lay eggs and wounds on any warm-blooded animal. Once the eggs hatch, hundreds of screwworm larvae use their sharp mouths to burrow through living flesh, eventually killing the host if left untreated. This has wreaked havoc on the cattle industry.
With the screwworm, I got divorced. Yeah.
So those are the top 5 stories that we are watching today. Cook like a pro with Chef IQ. It's like a meat thermometer, but smarter. It lets you know when your food is done exactly the way you want it. Get 20% off site-wide with code MVCR at chefiq.com.
I don't know if you heard this story. We'll make it short. Because Ozempic, it's been a wonder drug for a lot of people. But you've heard of Ozempic face, the face sags. There's a part of the female anatomy that this has happened to.
Oh, really?
And they're spending a ton of money to reverse it. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Huh.
Ay, ay, ay.
How do you reverse it? I don't even know if I want to know. I really don't.
Well, it's like a plastic surgery kind of thing.
Oh, I see. You do it artificially then.
So yeah.
So maybe there's some miracle cream or something.
Not that I'm aware of. No. So, biggest story of the day, David?
Oh, a lot of silence now because I
Ozempic saddlebags? I don't know.
Figure
Sort
out
of.
how that works.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. That's why I timed that story to be about 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
It's like hit and move.
Mm-hmm. I'm still processing it.
Before you guys have time to ask me questions that I can't answer. Well done. Okay. We'll get to a couple of news updates. A dad confronting a daughter, and what's your story? Straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial, the Sexy Boomer. That's Scott Robbins.
Yo.
Kristen Welker had J.D. Vance on the NBC Talking Head show yesterday morning. And it just kept pushing back on everything to do with Russia. Well, why? Why don't you? It's like, wait a second. We're doing more than's been done in years.
Yeah.
It may not work out.
Yeah.
But it might. You got to give it time. He said, we're still trying to get Putin and Zelensky together.
The president has applied more economic pressure to the Russians to stop this war than Biden did in 3 years. So the idea that we're not doing anything, we're already doing things right now. And this is how negotiation works. You do something, you talk to the parties, you try to see if there's a meeting of minds. We're going to eventually be successful, or we'll hit a brick wall. And if we hit a brick wall, then we're going to continue this process of negotiation, of applying leverage.
Yeah, the way it's going to go. And they're not going to tell you right now what they're going to do if it all falls through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's got to be the element of surprise.
Yeah.
That's, part of it, which I'm sure will be criticized too. It's just part of it, I guess. Much like the criticism of John Bolton being raided the other day. Well, does he have classified documents? We don't know. Maybe he does. Remember when the left used to hate John Bolton?
Yeah. Well, now they love him because he hates Trump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, people were talking about all the information he has in intel in his mustache.
I saw one where,
right.
It was the feds with a battering ram, but instead of the battering ram, someone photoshopped in a beard trimmer.
It's time to manscape.
Yeah.
Andrew McCabe, of all people, goes on, CNN, and is talking about norms. And Kash Patel, this is a beauty. This guy, formerly with the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
So I should say, with respect to the director's social media posting, it's yet another example of, in my opinion, Kash Patel failing to live up to the example of his predecessors.
Oh.
This is not the kind of thing.
See, right? Are you kidding me?
You mean
like Comey?
Like James Comey, who was knee deep in the Russia collusion hoax and then just recently put out a 6-minute long video talking about his love of Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A troubled man. Very troubled.
Boy.
Anyway, go ahead, McCabe.
That any FBI director has ever done. FBI directors don't gratuitously point towards search warrants and the people who are the targets of those warrants in
really?
sort of a way that could possibly be interpreted as grandstanding. So I think the implication here is pretty clear. He wanted to draw attention.
Hold on a second. You know what? Back to your earlier point, David. A lot of these people are banking on the fact that their viewers are dopes.
Yes.
And really don't follow news that much other than what they tell them at CNN.
Right.
Yeah.
To this law enforcement, this sensitive law enforcement activity at John Bolton's house, which anytime you draw press attention to a search warrant execution, you are elevating the risk that is posed to both the agents and the occupants at that place. So it's a pretty irresponsible thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, what, John Bolton's going to what, step outside with a machine gun and say hello to my little friend? What's the deal? What are you talking about here?
Well, it was funny, too, Megyn Kelly brought up. It's interesting. This guy is saying that when James O'Keefe had told the story about his house getting raided.
I was in handcuffs, and I was in my apartment. The FBI had just executed a search warrant against an American journalist and unlawfully and broke the law. And then minutes later, I get a text message from Mike Schmidt, national security reporter, New York Times, who somehow he knows all these details. And I don't think the neighbors tipped him off that this is something that he knew. He got leaks from the Department of Justice.
Yeah, that's when he was still with Project Veritas.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they just show up. Weaponizing the Department of Justice. Oh, please.
You know, the thing is, the Republican Party, up till Trump, used to be one of these parties that was like, well, we're statesmen. We're above that. We're above the petty nonsense of the Democrats, We don't play that kind of game. Well, you got to.
Trump's always said that.
And we're playing it. And we're going to play it again and again and again.
Yes.
And you know who can stop it? You can.
Well,
your party can. Next time you get into power, knock it off.
He said early on, with me, we fight back.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And listen, this whole fair fight stuff, forget it.
The whole narrative, either that Trump is racist or, he's breaking norms and going after political opponents and it's going to be authoritarian. I just think it falls on deaf ears to a large degree. There's like the what would it be? 20%, 25, 30 tops that have the TDS. Yeah. And then there's a group of people that probably don't like the way Trump goes about things, but like the policies. You have the people that love Trump no matter what. Some like him most of the time. It's like, dude, every once in a while you need to chill. But for the ones with have TDS, they're the loudest and make the most noise. And there are a lot of those in media.
Yes.
I don't even think it represents most people that have voted Democratic most of their lives.
Oh, no.
Well, a lot of those people feel lost without a party.
Well, that's one of the reasons why the Democrat Party's approval rating is so low is because Democrats, voters, are not happy with the way that they're handling things.
Yeah, and the nuts Democrats are the ones that say, you don't fight hard enough. Yeah, they got a lot of problems. There's no doubt about that. All right, it's that time of the show. We do it a couple of times today. Go across the table. May not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story today?
I happen to see this, and I will say my takeaway is that AI is allowing us to avoid awkward situations and conversations while also making those situations more awkward. And the reason I say that is because this video is making the rounds. There's a young woman who still lives at home with the parents and a younger brother. And she got a message from her dad about a certain personal item that she left in the bathroom. And he used AI to have President Trump give her the message about it.
Have you heard this guy?
No.
I haven't either. We'll enjoy this together. Roll it.
Hi, sweetheart. There's no reason to be embarrassed, but I found your green goblin. Or that's what your mother used to call it. You should be a bit more careful about what you leave in the bathroom. Your younger brother is in there all the time for like hours on end. Please keep these things private. To be frank with you, I didn't believe it when I first saw it. Anyways, take it easy, champ. You're not training for the Olympics. Let's keep the bathroom a family-friendly space. And don't worry, I won't tell Mom. Love you.
The green goblin. That's what Mom used to call him.
So it's give her a heads up. I found it. It's okay. No one else has to know. Oh. And then do it in the funniest way possible.
Wow. That is hilarious. Top that, Scott Robbins, for your story. I can't either.
I just want to say, so the bit's over now. Let's just move on. My story today involves the 2.7 million people who have now signed a petition asking for leniency for the Florida truck driver that killed 3 people.
Oh, my gosh.
I guess being an illegal alien means you can kill people and face no consequences whatsoever. That seems to be the thinking behind all this anyway. I'm asking Governor DeSantis to be lenient on Sign. Is that the guy's last name? Sign? S-I-N-G-H? Sign?
Yeah.
Sing Sign? He was the truck driver who killed the 3 innocent people. He'd killed them because he couldn't read the traffic signs, right?
Yes.
And he didn't speak English, and there was a ton of things. I did not realize this, but the guy's lived here in the U.S. for 7 freaking years. Hasn't learned the language. can't do his job because he can't read the signs.
But pass the test.
Getting only
there should be a lot of people responsible.
Getting only 2 questions right, by the way, of the 12.
2 out of 12.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, my gosh.
That's not really a passing score anywhere. Unless you're grading on the curve and you're in the class with imbeciles, yes.
The whole thing with the petition, who actually signs it?
Losers on the internet.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and the ones who make the videos and that's
right.
Yeah, those.
Yeah,
nuts.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I can't even believe it happens to begin with. First of all, I can't even believe there was a petition arguing this guy should get leniency. Really?
It's crazy the things the left will openly advocate for.
Yeah, rules don't apply to them. They're the victims.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, for my story, I brought this guy up before. I played a few clips. Andrew Huberman. I don't listen to the podcast all the time, but have listened to it several times as far as health news and benefits to eating this or this activity, this form of training, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty fascinating. He's on Bill Maher's show with Christopher Rufo, Frank Bruni, and he starts talking about the recent studies when it comes to alcohol. And he's talked about this for a while, Huberman has. And so I just wanted to play this clip, and as I play it, Scott, I want you to envision yourself 20 to 30 years ago, hearing this information and what you would have thought of it at the time.
All right.
Okay? Roll it.
But of course, alcohol's worse than pot.
Alcohol's worse than pot.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
Basically, isn't alcohol worse than everything?
Yeah. 0 alcohol is better than any.
Right.
2 drinks maximum for an adult non-alcoholic per week. It's kind of the upper threshold. Per week. Wait, what you can do with...
Time out. Upper echelon. 2 drinks per week.
No, well, 30 years ago, it was 2 drinks per 20 minutes.
You were way more than 2 a day. Way more.
Well, are you kidding me? 2 a day? That's called just sitting down, man.
I know.
Yeah.
No one would have guessed this years ago.
Oh, no. No.
I mean, 2 a week would be the upper threshold.
Yes.
Holy cow.
That you can do without starting to increase your risk for cancer, about 5% of all
Business
cancer.
week? What are we talking about, 5 business days, or are we... Wow.
Weekend exemption.
Thank you.
I mean, drinking's at an all-time low, and I think it's because people realize that, yes, it helps you fall asleep, but your sleep is super lousy. It messes up your gut microbiome. I'm not a teetotaler. I really think that people should do as they wish, but know what they're doing. But in terms of increasing your risk of cancer, especially for women and breast cancer, it's unequivocal. And there's yet another study this week that shows that even moderate drinking is bad. If you enjoy drinking, just limit it and do a bunch of other things like get your morning sunlight, get your exercise, eat well, to offset the damage you're doing.
How many drinks do you have a day?
Apparently way too many.
That's Bruni. It's just wild. When you think about every study that's come out just in the last 20 years. Because I can remember, what was it, 6, 7, whatever. Yeah, a glass of wine or 2 a day with dinner. That's good for heart health.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
This brought to you by Napa Valley.
Yeah, we bought into all that.
I could have
Sometimes it's, news that you want to be true. So, yes, you celebrate it.
I could drink 2 drinks a day if they were both 64 ounces.
Well, that was the whole thing. You always said I had a couple of beers, and they were schooners that were like, 28 ounces?
Yeah, they're big. 48.
48?
I think they were the equivalent of like 4 beers, 3 or 4 beers or whatever.
So basically, you're taking 2 pitchers and saying I had 2 beers.
Right.
You just drank out of the pitcher, basically.
I felt better about myself after that.
Yeah.
How many beers do you have? Well, I had 2.
Funny piece of audio to get to, and Nimrods in the news coming up.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. For over 30 years, I've helped people make informed decisions about their health, especially concerning prevention and long-term wellness. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. It's made with plant-based ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and globe artichoke, herbs clinically studied for their protective and restorative effects on the liver. Active Liver blends traditional herbal wisdom with modern scientific research. Not all supplements are created equal. I trust Active Liver because it's backed by science, meets strict quality standards, and delivers true daily liver support.
Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird! All right!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right. The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. You know, it is easy to get anxiety when you're cooking for a crowd. My anxiety is going out the window. Seriously, with Chef IQ Sense. So I have fillets. Me, my son, my son-in-law. My son especially particular. He's going to let you know how you screwed up. Actually said, okay, Pops, probably the best steak you ever made. That was just a few nights ago. Wow. Seriously, it takes all the guesswork out. You just tell the sensor basically on the app, how do you want your steak done or whatever dish you're making, and you just follow the instructions. That's pretty much all you got to do. It's the wireless cooking thermometer that turns you into a master chef.
Yeah, Chef IQ Sense is what it's called. It works for all types of cooking, grilling, pan-searing, roasting, everything. It's so easy. You just put the sensor into whatever you're cooking. You open the Chef IQ app, choose how you want it cooked. Then you sit back and relax. It sends real-time updates, and it'll tell you when to flip, take off, even how long to let the meat rest.
Seriously, man, this is like having a culinary coach in your pocket. Let me out. Let me out. No more guessing, no more lid lifting, no more disasters. Chef IQ senses precision cooking for everyone. Hey, trust me on this one. You're going to wonder how you cooked without it. And right now, you can get 20% off site-wide with code MBCR at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com. Promo code MBCR.
Looking forward to going to your house for steaks.
You better believe it.
All right, David. Gavin Newsom is incompetent. Yes, but who said it?
President Trump. He was talking about the state of rebuilding in L.A. after the wildfires. And it is like, it's not funny because these are real people's real lives, but like the Babylon Bee couldn't come up with a headline as ridiculous as like, oh, in one part, L.A. County has approved 7 homes or something like that to be rebuilt. It's
not
crazy.
70, not 7,007.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's poorly run. We have a mayor there that can't even get permits to the people that lost their houses. Lee Zeldin got every permit. The hardest permit is the federal permit. Within 20 days, every single permit was there for the people to build their houses. But people are writing us and they're saying they won't give us. The mayor is incompetent. The governor's incompetent. Gavin. I know Gavin very well. He's an incompetent guy with a good line of bullshit, and he doesn't get the job done. And frankly, those people want to build their houses. It's terrible. They could have been built. Some of them could have been built already.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah.
All right, we got to get to Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough. Damn it, this is too hard. The dumb get dumber.
All right, Dean.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the News. We go to Florida, St. Pete. This happened last Monday. You know you might have an issue when you decide to do some day drinking on a Monday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is 48-year-old Marcia Morgan. Apparently, she was angry after one of her neighbors, she thought, parked too close to her yard. So she decided to TP the car.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, and according to the police report, she was drunk and dressed in a hot dog costume.
Well, wow.
Good decision.
Not anywhere close. Not anywhere close to Halloween. Just hot dog costume. It's hot as all get out in St. Pete, and you're out there hammered, TPing this car.
I didn't do it. Some hot dog did. I don't know.
Unsurprisingly, the cops described her as intoxicated and uncooperative. Again, this is right in the afternoon. They charge her with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. She pled no contest the next day, has to pay a $550 fine and do around 40 hours of community service to work it off. I say in the hot dog costume. And that's Nimrods in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. So you're telling me the guy does not speak English?
Well, this is a crazy thing, right? So Maryland man is back in the news because so he's back in ICE custody and slated for deportation now. He's been in this country for several years. He got a good-paying union job, apparently. That was part of
any other kind?
Yes, justification for letting this MS-13 gang member stay in the country illegally or something. I don't understand that.
Was that part of the union job where you had all the people that he was trafficking across the United States?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
You have to get a trafficking license.
So a bunch of brain-dead liberals held a rally for him as he was checking in with ICE, knowing that he was going to be arrested. And he spoke, actually, at this rally. And the dude couldn't even prepare a speech in English.
No, apparently not. I mean, he didn't do it.
Gracias a mi pareja de vida, mi esposa Jennifer, mi hermano César, mi madre Cecilia, y toda mi familia.
Thank you to my life partner and wife Jennifer, to my brother Cesar, to my mother Cecilia, to my children, to my nieces and nephews, to all of my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand this, though, because you also had the illegal alien truck driver who killed 3 people making an illegal U-turn.
Yes.
Can't speak English.
7 years he's been here.
Yes.
In 7 years, you can't learn the language?
Nope.
And we're supposed to feel sorry for these people if they're scheduled for deportation?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's what the left tells us. It is. It does seem pretty crazy, but they haven't been made to learn the language.
No. So
why do you?
That is
why would
the
you do it?
craziest thing. It's like that's one of the lowest expectations. Like if I was going to live illegally anywhere else in the world, including Mexico, I'd put it pretty high on my priority list to learn Spanish.
Yes, but if you say that, you know what you are.
What?
Racist!
Oh, okay.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, road signs, you don't even have to really speak the
not
language.
Spanish.
Yes.
You have to speak English.
Yes.
There you go.
Remember when you got ripped for saying that?
Yeah.
Well, there used to be an assimilation deal, right? I mean, you did.
That was the deal.
Yeah, you came here. We'll welcome you here, but with opportunities, and but you got to assimilate.
From 20 years ago. There's clips of Biden, Pelosi. You got to learn the language.
Yeah, you got to speak English.
You got to figure that one out.
Yes. Then all of a sudden you say, you're like, well, racist.
But when you're forever a victim,
yes,
then you don't have to do those sort of things. That's like Garcia. He became a victim. And, of course,
it's crazy.
The sob story.
And the guy
continues.
beat his wife.
Yeah.
No one ever even brings that up.
No.
Well, one person did. Michael Strahan did. When he interviewed her, he says, what about that? I got to ask you about it. What about that? Well, I'm just glad. And her response was, I'm just glad my husband is okay. And then he said, and I quote, "I'm not going to press you on that. You know that." What?
Well,
and then they moved on.
Why would I bother? He's not going to press me. I'll say whatever.
Yep. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance was on with Kristen Welker on the NBC Talking Head show yesterday morning and trying to get some answers about Russia. She also talked to the Russian Prime Minister, Sergei Lavrov. Doesn't sound to me like he's ready to really answer anything either.
Does President Putin want peace?
Yes.
And what say you to U.S. lawmakers here who believe you are stringing along President Trump? Are you?
What say you?
It is not for the lawmakers or for any media outlets to decide, what President Trump is motivated by.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah, no,
that means we're not going to do nothing.
They're not going to do anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're not going to.
Yeah. So then we'll see. Because J.D. Vance did say, well, yeah, there'll be some other things. He's not being specific. But my goodness. It doesn't seem like they want that to end.
No.
Isn't that his whole goal with Mother Russia?
Yeah.
Like Putin and his legacy is to get the motherland back?
Pretty much. Or he'll settle for being able to control the port of Odessa, which he doesn't right now, but that's a huge port.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. So, the left is screaming about that. Trump failed diplomacy, blah, 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 Putin stooge, all the stuff you could probably predict. And then Trump goes into D.C., all of a sudden, crime down. As you mentioned, not a murder in, 10 days?
12 days.
12 days.
That's remarkable.
It's a record.
Yeah.
And you look at all the percentages of crime. Well, crime was already at a 30-year low. Again, the crime stats have been juiced. They've already talked about that. But they continue the narrative like no one knows it. And I suppose a lot of their audience doesn't know it.
They don't know it. And I wonder what the last time it was that it went 10 days without a murder. I'd be curious.
12.
Or 12 days.
Yeah.
I wonder what the record was or is.
Yeah, I'd want to know the
12
record
days is a lot.
I'd want to know the record for summertime.
Well, in particular, yeah.
Yes, I would. And I thought it was hilarious when Trump was doing the thing the other day with law enforcement and the Guard talking about we're, not only going to clean up as far as crime, we're going to clean up the city. It's going to look great because I know grass. Okay? I don't know if you heard this, David, because you were out the other day.
Yeah.
It's worth another play. Roll it. Yeah.
Just in case the...
No, it's the wrong clip. Damn it. I'll get the grass clip for you because it's so dang funny. There's two clips that we have, and one's confused.
Yeah.
But J.D. Vance was actually asked about, people upset about going into these cities and cleaning up the crime problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I love what he said here in the end. It's a policy choice to put up with crime. And it is.
Well, it is.
If you look, for example, at the murder rate in D.C., it rivals some of the worst cities, the most violent cities anywhere in the world. That's a disgrace for our nation. That's a disgrace for the residents who live in D.C., who just want to take their kids to a park or walk down Union Station or take their family out for a bite to eat without being accosted by a vagrant or a violent criminal. We don't have to live like this. My message to my fellow citizens here in D.C. or all across the country would be that allowing vagrants and armed robberies to take over your city, that's a policy choice.
Yes, it is. You don't have to do it. But it does seem in all these big cities, and as he said, Chicago is going to be next, it's just been put up with for so long. Why? Because if you crack down, it seems like it's racist? That's nonsense.
Yeah.
It's racist to say that. If you crack down on crime, you're racist. What?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't regular people want there to be a crackdown on crime and murder?
Well, especially given the demographics of crime victims.
Yes.
You're actually helping black people. How is that a bad thing? I don't understand. But
because they won't say the quiet part out loud because more blacks will go to jail.
So
well, and they also just hate Trump. I mean, let's just face it. That's just so much of this is just hating Trump. So
yes,
much of it is.
But these people have had these same policies for decades.
Oh, I know.
So the last time they went 7 days without a murder in D.C. was back in March. But in the summer months, now 12 days, no. I can't find any recent records of that.
It's like
them
Pete
going
Rose's hit record. I mean, they'll never be broken. We're at 12 now. I mean,
oh, gosh.
Crazy.
By the way, you talk about Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Getting into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Finally going to happen. Did you see Trump saying, what about Roger Clemens?
Yeah.
What about the Rocket?
Clemens like, hey, that's great.
Yeah, I saw that story. Yeah, Clemens was like, yeah, played golf with him, whatever. I really, appreciate this. It's he should be in the Hall of Fame. And really, Roger Clemens, he was a Hall of Famer before he ever did, allegedly, roid.
Well, so is Barry Bonds, probably.
Well, yes.
I mean.
Dude, Barry Bonds, like him or not, and I think everyone would agree, he's not a good human being.
He's a bad guy, yeah.
But as far as a baseball player, got to be top 3 all time.
Yes.
You would agree?
Yeah, I agree.
And a Hall of Famer before roids.
I'm as purist as I can be, but also that was an era that is a 10-year window there where everybody in the world was doing the same thing and getting away with it because technically it wasn't illegal.
Yes.
It wasn't breaking the rules of the game.
Now we have we got the grass clip for you, David, just so you can enjoy it.
One of the things we're going to be redoing is your parks. I'm very good at grass because I have a lot of golf courses all over the place. I know more about grass than any human being, I think, anywhere in the world. And we're going to be regrassing all of your parks, all brand new sprinkler systems, the best that you can buy, just like Augusta. It'll look like Augusta. It'll look like, more importantly, Trump National Golf Club. That's even better.
See, you're best just to enjoy the ride with the comedy.
That's right.
With the Trumpster, I do believe. You have a clip, David, of some pro-Hamas protesters, and they shut down something?
Yeah, Pride Parade in Ottawa. It was canceled yesterday because of this, the Smelly Brigade that was coming out.
What? Holy smokes, rolling.
So it's from the river to the sea, blah, blah, blah. Whose streets? Our streets. And so they took over a Pride Parade, and they wound up delaying it for a couple hours, and then they had to just cancel the whole thing.
Do you think they did that on purpose?
Yes.
To shut it down?
They said there's no pride in what's happening in Gaza.
Well, not only that, but if you're pro-Hamas, you're probably not down with pride in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know that. Those dopes don't know that.
They don't?
Can they find a drummer that can keep time, by the way?
That would be good.
Jeez, that guy was all over the place.
I would just say as a quick tip, if the pro-Hamas people tell the people at the Pride Parade, we want to join with you, let's have a meeting up on the rooftop, don't go.
Don't go.
Yeah, whatever you do.
Don't test it.
Very dangerous. Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay. A couple of news updates to get to. Trump talks about his house being raided and the 5 stories we're watching today. Straight ahead. Summer is over, and we're going back to the daily grind. So what are you going to do with all those photos on your phone? Well, Aura frames are the perfect way to show off all the family fun. They were named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter because there's unlimited storage for your pictures and videos, and it's easy to set up. It only takes about 2 minutes with the Aura app.
I love this thing, especially because I got 2 little kids and family all over the place. You can invite as many people as you want to add pictures. So if you've got family on the other side of the country, they can share photos or short videos instantly, no memory card required.
You have complete control over who has access to your frame, and the Aura app lets you share photos more securely than with email. And the display screen is so good, it looks like real print. Start reliving your favorite memories by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $35 off on the best-selling Carver matte frame. That's auraframes.com. Promo code MVCR. Support the station by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T.
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ALL to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text ALL to 321321. That's all to 321321.
Right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. And now, the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, right, the top 5 stories today. This is non-political, but HHS has confirmed the first human case in the U.S. of the New World screwworm. The screwworm has been really wreaking havoc in the cattle industry because some cattle south of the border got it, and then there's been a shutdown in bringing those cattle into the United States because they don't want American herds to be infected by it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's why your beef prices are going crazy right now.
Man.
Yeah, because the supply just isn't there. Because
Can I
that
have
darn
a steak without
screwworm.
screwworm, please?
Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. Auchinclaw sauce actually clears that. Right.
That's it.
So, yeah, it works
Right, kills it if it's alive, yeah.
It works as an anti-parasitic, too. But, yes, for the first time in the United States, there is a human who apparently traveled to El Salvador and then got back to Maryland and then had to be treated for the screwworm. So they're keeping an eye on that. Number 4, California Governor Gavin Newsom is continuing his bizarre trolling on X with a post calling to make America Gavin again, whatever the hell that means. He's also been highlighting crime in red states, but he's singling out cities which in most cases have been, maybe all cases, have been in Democrat control for decades.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, he's an idiot.
Yes.
Number 3, Kilmar Abrego García has turned himself into federal authorities. He has been arrested and now faces deportation to Uganda after a lengthy legal battle. Number 2, President Trump is also signing an order to end cashless bail in Washington, D.C. as part of the crime crackdown, where D.C. has seen 12 straight days with no homicides. And number 1, he's also talking about sending the National Guard into Chicago. The mayor, Brandon Johnson, says there will be a street uprising if that happens. I don't know. This is just crazy Trump derangement syndrome. The sane people would say, hey, I want to see what the logistics of this are. And, you know, we'll try to work something out because we all want safer streets.
Yes.
That's it.
It's insane, man.
He's made them fall into the trap again. It's
so
crazy.
true.
Those are the top 5 things we're watching today. Your favorite pictures don't have to just live on your phone. A digital frame from Aura Frames is the best way to show off your memories. Get $20 off their best-selling Carver matte frame when you use code MVCR at auraframes.com.
Got to ask a quick question. Anybody excited about the kickoff of the NFL season?
Not yet.
You usually don't. You're still in baseball mode. I get that.
I watch a lot of baseball still. Yeah.
I'm more excited about the college kickoff.
Yeah. Maybe
well,
it's just because
like the NFL now, though. I just like it with the transfer portals and all the money. And
to me, it was a few years ago. I was talking to my stepdad, who's a big Longhorns fan, University of Texas, and when they were going into the SEC, and then you had it all lining up with the NIL stuff where players could get paid. I was like, they are going to be so stacked. 2025, 2026 season. That's when they win another national championship. And now they're going in, coaches poll number 1, never happened before.
Yeah.
So that's why you're in more than usual.
Yeah, because then I'm like, I called it years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not as into that as probably the NFL. But that's for a long time.
Because my wife's a big Packer fan, so that game will be on for sure.
Well, I got to admit it. I'm kind of excited. Not because I think they're going to be great this year or anything, but the Netflix doc.
Yeah.
On the Cowboys. Yeah.
How about this
Yeah.
Is
I
it
just
good?
watched that episode.
Is it good?
I'm 3 in out of 8.
Yeah, and?
Yes, it's good.
Okay.
Of course.
I
I think it's one of those because I was watching with a guy that's not a Cowboy fan. It's like, this is really well done. You know, telling the whole story. Jerry Jones buying the team, all of that stuff. You know, and all the mistakes that were made, but they build this team. Yet I don't know how the documentary's going to end. But if
the
it's
massage parlor.
Well, there was a lot of stuff that was going on, and then there was, you know, the whole Michael Irvin with the, you know, barber scissors stabbing the other player in the neck because he had seniority, and he's like, get out of the chair. Because that was a little bit later on when the control had been lost. Yeah. Boys Will Be Boys, Jeff Pearlman book. I don't know if you ever read it. I've said this before. It's a fascinating read. If you're a big fan of that team in the 90s, there's part of me that would say, don't read it because you don't want to spoil, you know, your memories and thinking a lot of these guys, just good guys, because, man, it does not paint a great picture. But as far as the team that you watched on the field, it was a fun run.
He wrote a book on the 86 Mets, too, which was the same way.
Oh, the Favre book, the Lakers book. The guy's written some great books. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin show. Yeah, I don't think he minds digging in the dirt.
No, Daryl, that's chalk outline. Get your face out of it.
Well, Elster was a shortstop, right? Kevin Elster?
Kevin Elster.
Yeah, during the game. There would be women in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. During the game.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You hear about players getting deep tissue massages in between innings, you know?
Yeah. Take the rough edge off, I guess. Get up to the plate, relax next time up.
Hernandez, they were all out of control.
Oh, yeah.
It was wild. Daryl Strawberry, him, Gooden, golly.
Oh, I know.
Gosh dang.
Yeah, it's something. Okay. All right, biggest story of the day, us riffing on just nonsense, basically. Trump talks about his house being raided. We got a couple of news updates and a round of What's Your Story straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial. The Sexy Boomer. That's old Scott Robbins.
What happened there?
I was thinking about the 10-year anniversary of you being gone with the heart attacks. That was 10 years ago today.
Yeah, it was. It's so weird when I think about it, but it is 10 years.
We referenced it earlier.
It's a milestone. Yep.
It's just kind of crazy when I think about the whole thing because you were so close to death and without a pulse for over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was called at home and made it up to the hospital. They still hadn't revived you yet. And you were laying there naked. And I didn't need to see it, but
I apologize for
it
that.
was like 4:10 in the morning. And you're just walking around. I mean, I was like, where is he? And then all of a sudden I see all these people working on you. It was just crazy. First of all, that you're alive. Second, that you came all the way back to be able to do the show. It's just... want to recognize that.
You know what? It's and I'm going to have another little surgery done here in a little bit, few weeks, but it'll be for a valve that has nothing to do with the grafts they put into my heart. So those are fine.
But you'll be out like 10 days?
Yeah, probably 10 days,
yeah.
A week to 10 days, yeah. I want to get back as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Because the last time I was out, I got fired, so I want to make sure that...
Well, it's 9 months later.
Yeah, I know. It's just in the back of my mind, I'm like, hey, are they going to let me go and I'm gone for this thing? You know, so...
I talked to everybody about this,
and
they said, they said 10 days, absolutely. If he's gone 12, he's fired.
He's fired.
Yes.
Yeah, he's replaced.
So you better be back. No, that was 9 months before.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't talk.
No, that was a problem in this business.
You can't talk.
A little bit.
Yeah. I had a trach, and when they took that out, my voice was shot, and I had to retrain it. With the help of therapy,
Yes.
to retrain my voice and to retrain everything. You went to several of those things with me where you had to do. We
were doing a mock show. I have the recordings of it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and then there were puzzles that I had to put together. I
Yeah.
mean, it was the whole process, right?
Yes.
It was just little stuff to train your brain again.
Well, that, and then with your memory stuff from being out that long.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's something you'll always struggle with to a degree, but it's nothing like it was.
No.
Because it could be, David, within 3 minutes, you could repeat the same story.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, holy mackerel.
Yeah.
And then you didn't know, should I tell you that you just told me that, or should I not? I don't know.
You know, the one thing
the recovery's been remarkable.
From my hospital bed window, I could see where the radio station was because it was at a downtown facility, the hospital and the radio station, right? So I could see it. And I remember telling them, and maybe you were there at the time, that I was wondering if they could unhook me. I could go to work and come back like a hotel.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Just hook me back up. I'm
Just
back.
lay you down in a stretcher.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And let me go back to work because I really desperately wanted to come back to work.
Well, the one day we were sitting there, and I thought you were really making gains, and all of a sudden you're like, how long are we going to stay in your basement?
Yeah.
And I said, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, how long are we just going to stay here in your basement? I'm like, we're in the hospital. What? We are? I'm like, look, that's the interstate, Scott.
Yeah,
Like, there was part of me first, like, what?
I know.
Come on, man, get better.
I know. I had moments like that where I thought it was somewhere else. I thought I had a dog at the time, and I thought my dog was in the bed with me at the hospital and was keeping me awake at night. So I remember telling my daughter, you got to get the dog and get it out of here. I can't have this dog here. You know, she goes, what are you talking about? I said, the dog. I got the dog with me. It just runs around all night and it can't sleep.
I know.
There's no dog here.
Well, I used to also do this thing where, I would just go random songs that were, on my playlist.
Yeah.
And I remember I thought it was great because I play Deep Purple's Burn.
Yeah.
And you're like, burn. Through the trach. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the next up was Led Zeppelin. And I can't remember if it was Black Dog. It was something from Led Zeppelin 4. It was either Black Dog, Rock and Roll, or Stairway to Heaven. And you didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, how is it possible you know Burn from Deep Purple, but you don't know this classic Led Zeppelin song?
The brain's a weird thing.
It is.
It is a weird thing. You're right, David, because some of the things you bounce around, you swear were true, and they're not.
Yeah.
And they had closed circuit Catholic TV. Was just a camera that was on like the where people go to pray and whatever.
Right.
And it was on in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear I was at service. I was at church service, and I was hearing people, and I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing was bizarre.
Yeah.
So I can really commit crimes on just go, well, I don't know. I can't help it. I thought.
There, it's not even on the advice of attorney. You just say, I don't recall.
I recall her. I thought the hats were free today. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a weird time. It was a weird time, but it was a lot of rehab, a ton of rehab, and learning how to walk. I couldn't walk either, which I couldn't understand.
I know.
Because I remember thinking, well, of course I can walk. I know how to walk.
Right.
What are you talking about? Try to walk. You can't.
Yeah.
Because you do. I'm flat on my back for 6 months.
Well, then once you got to your home, and you still had the hospital bed at your home.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and you said, when I was up in the hospital, did you ever come up there to the hospital?
Yeah.
I thought you were joking. I'm like, you're joking. No, did you ever come up?
No.
You don't remember me coming up?
No.
Why'd I go there every day?
Yeah, you went there every day. David was up a lot, but you were there every day. And you went to therapy with me. You were a great friend when I needed one.
Oh, let's not get all sentimental here.
I just want to recommend. I just want to say that out loud because it's absolutely true. This guy came up every day, and then you came to my house like 2 or 3 times a week. We watched Jeopardy together.
It would be amazing, the Jeopardy questions that you would know, and then the ones you wouldn't. It was the strangest thing, man.
I wish I could remember what one, because I was only there for one of the Jeopardy sessions at his house.
Yeah.
And there was one where it was just like, it was just out of the blue. Like, it was such an obvious one. It was one of the, like, for 100, Alex, questions.
Yeah.
And it was
tungsten.
Just booted.
It's
completed.
Tungsten.
And I was like, no, it's Beauty and the Beast. And he goes, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's random words.
Hilarious.
Pot roast.
All right, I mentioned we would get to the clip of Trump talking about his house was raided too. I take it this is about John Bolton.
Yeah, the mustache. He, got his house raided by federal authorities on Friday, and President Trump said, I didn't really know anything about it, but he did share his thoughts on it.
Yes.
I guess his house was raided today, but my house was raided also, called Mar-a-Lago. They went through everything they could, including my young son's room and my wife's area. They went through her drawers, as the expression goes. They went through everything you can imagine. And when she came back, she said, she's very neat, she's meticulous, and she looked and she said, "Whoa, this wasn't the way that she had it." So, so I know the feeling. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah. And I don't even think this is a what comes around goes around situation. We'll see.
No, well, this investigation started during the Biden administration.
Yeah. And then called off, back on, and everything else. Yeah, it was crazy. We'll get to that clip later. That's the South Korean president. They need an interpreter.
Yeah.
They have one. Yes. He's basically telling Trump, man, how about peace with the Koreas? Because you're bringing peace everywhere. We really appreciate what you're doing.
I'm glad you said it was Korean because I was having a flashback moment like,
yeah, all of a sudden Scott's like, tungsten, peanut butter and jelly. Cinderella?
Oh, my gosh. Exactly. Sorry,
Snow
dude.
tires. Snow tires.
Oh, it's that time we go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story here?
New York City is probably going to be electing a communist to be its next mayor, but now there's a new contender. By the way, before we go on, there was like a Men's Day thing in New York. Did you see the video of Zoran Mamdani trying to bench press 135?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he just can't. He does like 2 reps with help.
Why would you do that if you're?
I don't know.
You should never do
possibly
that.
gain by that.
No,
Eric
that's
Adams,
a terrible look.
Eric Adams put out a post saying, calling him Zoran Momscrawny. Now, I think, because Eric Adams actually can lift a little bit. I mean, he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Cuomo tries to dunk on him, and it's like, Andrew, that's not your thing, okay?
What'd he do?
Well, he went after him for, he's weak and all that stuff, but then didn't back it up by saying, well, I can lift more than you. I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter what you can bench press. It's just his ideas are terrible.
Maybe he goes over to Chris's house, though, and works out. We know Chris is a big iron thrower.
He is.
Yeah, he's throwing those plates around all the time. Anyway, a Cuban-born businessman named Joseph Hernandez talked to Fox Business. He's getting into the race.
Oh, interesting.
I came from socialism. I came from communist Cuba. I know what this thing looks like, and I know what it feels like. I came here at the age of 7. I was living there for the first 7 years of my life. My father became a political prisoner. He wasn't a fan of communism, and of course that doesn't work very well when you oppose the government. So he was thrown in prison, given a 7-year sentence after like a 2-minute trial. He developed encephalitis in prison, and after a 9-month coma, the communists thought it was a good idea to just get rid of him. So we ended up here in America. My dad, a disabled guy, washing dishes, and my mom cleaning homes, and 4 kids. And, my parents taught us a very good lesson. They said, look, you've now been adopted by this amazing country. You have a responsibility to work hard, to get educated, to change the world. And then at some point in your life, you're going to be asked to stand up for this country and do something wonderful, something meaningful to repay back to this society that gave us so much. And this is my time to stand up, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That is refreshing.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll vote for him.
You can't.
Darn it.
Yeah. This isn't a fever dream anymore, Scott.
Not Chicago either, is it?
What do you got for your story, Scotty?
I don't know if you guys remember, but do you guys remember the Flat Stanley thing that kind of was going around in the 60s and up in through the 90s, where they created this character out of paper mache or whatever called Flat Stanley, and then somebody from the school would take it somewhere on vacation and take pictures of it. And
then you'd mail it to another school.
Right, mail it to another school, and the whole thing would start all over again. Yeah.
Now I feel like I went through. I've never heard of that before.
Really? Yeah, you take pictures and then they share it. They share the Flat Stanley and all the pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's still going around.
Yeah, it still does it, but I remember it being fairly prevalent.
Okay.
But much like that little elementary school thing we used to do, now they've got dildos at games and other places. Their pictures are being taken everywhere. It made its way to a preseason NFL game, if you remember.
Yeah.
It was, by the way, it was also assault and weapons charges have been filed against it. But this time, the not-so-flat Stanley decided to go down to Atlanta for the next stop, which was a green one, hitting the PGA Tour at East Lake.
I saw a video of this earlier today.
It's being described in this article as the rubber people pleaser. Is becoming a regular Renaissance sports fan. Baseball, football, or basketball, football, and now golf. So what's next? I don't know. India, cricket match? I'm not sure where it ends up next, but it will end up somewhere. The PGA, by the way, wasted no time in getting rid of that thing and getting it off the course. Some poor schmuck with a polo shirt on it. and a walkie-talkie. He had to kick it off the course.
Yeah, he wasn't going to touch it.
I have a hazmat suit on to come out and remove it.
Yeah, I thought it would have been great if someone with a trick shot would have used it as a tee instead of ball on top of it to take a driver. Boom.
That would have been cool. Incorporated into the golf game itself. Yeah.
Yes, thought that would have been funny. For my story, I'll make it quick. Maze Moore, follow him on X, David, from your recommendation. And last week, Abby Phillip on CNN. I mean, she always has a terrible week ratings-wise. It's in the tank. Mm-hmm. But just bad take after bad take. And he did this whole montage of, she talks about, well, these are the facts. These are the facts.
Oh, gosh.
How often she gets the facts wrong. So you'll hear her statement and then the actual fact to correct her.
It's clear as day. The FBI put out statistics. Crime is going down. You don't have to twist the facts.
The FBI quietly comes out with this new data that shows actually violent crime is up 4.5% during that time frame.
So there was one. Do you want one more real quick?
Of course I do.
Okay, here's another. Roll
the
it.
only person making an accusation that people are not getting what they've asked for is Trump, falsely claiming that the administration is withholding resources because of political affiliation. That is just not true.
Well, the Federal Emergency Management Agency is facing major backlash after confirming reports that a supervisor ordered disaster relief workers to avoid homes with Trump yard signs.
So that was two. Okay, real quick, the third one. Here it is.
There's actually not any evidence linking any of Hunter Biden's wrongdoings to Joe Biden. You are incorrect. You think that Biden would actually pardon Hunter Biden, despite him saying pretty...
Yes, as a father, he would.
No.
He's going to get pardoned by his dad. There's no question about that.
The president has ruled out pardoning his son.
Breaking news. President Biden has just pardoned his son.
Like, what? You could go on for a while with that. Pretty funny. All right, we got to get to a news update. And Nimrods in the news coming up.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What are you doing every day to support your liver? If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol, or take any medications, that's a vital question to ask. Hi, I'm Sherry Torkas, pharmacist and health author. For over 30 years, I've helped people make informed decisions about their health, especially concerning prevention and long-term wellness. Supporting your liver isn't just a wellness trend, it's a daily essential. That's why I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. It's made with plant-based ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and globe artichoke, herbs clinically studied for their protective and restorative effects on the liver. Active Liver blends traditional herbal wisdom with modern scientific research. Not all supplements are created equal. I trust Active Liver because it's backed by science, meets strict quality standards, and delivers true daily liver support.
Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
Joe, check this big deal. Brickhouse Nutrition's Labor Day sale is going on now. For just a few days, you can save 25% on everything on brickhousenutrition.com when you use the promo code LABOR25. Start fall off strong, reboot your health, and save big. This massive sale includes the best-selling weight loss formula, Lean.
And I did not update your part of the script, Jamie, and I apologize for that. The promo code is Labor Day 25. They had a late-breaking change on that one.
Got it.
Doctor-formulated Lean helps turn excess fat into energy, reduce appetite, and curb cravings. Lean helps you reach your weight loss goals without needles or prescriptions. The Labor Day sale also includes things like Field of Greens. It's the superfruit and veggie drink that promises your doctor will notice improved health or you're getting your money back.
Plus, favorites like Radiance, the super collagen booster, and even the new Brick House protein.
Whey. That's Brick House Whey protein.
Is that a word?
Yes.
Brick House. W-H-E-Y.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Brick House Whey protein. Thank you. Next time we get copy, make sure it's in English.
Maybe you need some more protein shakes,
Yeah,
bro.
I think I do.
It's pretty common.
It's all on sale. It's all on sale, 25% off. I'm calling and ordering right now, but only for a few days. Head over to brickhousenutrition.com. Use code LABORDAY25 for 25% off. That's brickhousenutrition.com. Labor Day 25, brickhousenutrition.com.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Dean.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the news. We go to Burning Man. Dude heading into Burning Man. Well, shockingly arrested for drugs. Check it, though. 104 grams of crack cocaine, 6 grams of meth, ecstasy, mushrooms, 9 grams of Molly, LSD, multiple vape pens, and more.
Jeez.
Wow. And that's Nimrod's in the news.
Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. So the Trumpsters going after the Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
Oh, yeah, he is, because, he's talking about sending in the National Guard to crack down on crime in Chicago now, which I think if you asked a lot of people who live in crime-ridden areas of Chicago, they would say we need all the help we can get. But that's not how progressive and Democrat politicians see it. J.B. Pritzker is out there stomping his feet, making the earth shake, saying, hey, look, we don't need that. He's being a dictator. And Trump is out there saying, hey, people are saying, hey, maybe we like a dictator. Because I don't like a dictator. I don't want to be a dictator. But, some people are saying that.
Interesting. Yes.
I was telling some of the people that in a certain way, you really want to be asked to go. I hate to barge in on a city and then be treated horribly by corrupt politicians and bad politicians like a guy like Pritzker. He ought to spend more time in the gym, actually. This guy is a disaster. I think this is another men and women's sports thing. I think this is one of those, they call them 80-20 issues. I call them 97-3. I think the Democrats better get smart. And, politically, I hope they don't. But actually, in terms of love for the country, I hope they do, because it would be good to work together. So I'm thinking about, when I have some slob like Pritzker criticizing us before we even go there, I made the statement that next should be Chicago, because, as you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it.
No.
No, they don't.
I mean, the average of murders in Chicago, especially since 2020, I mean, they lead the league every year, just for as far as numbers go. It's been that way for years. And then it's, there's no money for the police. We need more money. The money goes down the tubes. The whole way the city's run, it was Lori Lightfoot and then Brandon Johnson.
Yes.
It's like it gets worse.
Remember when you thought, boy, nothing can get worse than Lori Lightfoot?
Yes.
It can, and it did.
It's unreal.
Holy
unreal.
smokes, and you got Pritzker backstopping him.
And wait a second, Rahm Emanuel, who looks like wants to run for president, is saying Chicago's not a mess.
Yeah, that's what he said, at least on CNN.
Okay, listen to this.
This is an attempt to get the goods through customs. This is an attempt to deal with cities that are welcoming cities, known as sanctuary cities, and deal with immigration. This will not be about fighting crime.
you were
And
still-
when he said in that video that somehow that Chicago was a mess, well, compared to a White House that uses signal chat to do national security, it's not a mess.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
really? That's pretty weak.
That is weak.
Yeah.
That's weak sauce right there.
I would have thought a guy like that would come up with something better than that.
Smarter than that.
Didn't you give him?
Yeah, I did, actually, yeah.
Like more respect to come up with something better?
Mm-hmm.
Again, what is your plan? What is your plan? I know what you're against. I don't know what the hell you're for. And again, if you're going to set an agenda, tell me how you're going to handle it. How are you going to handle crime? How are you going to handle murders? How are you going to handle all this stuff? People don't want them. They don't want that. It's bad for the city. It's bad for traveling to the city. For tourism. It's bad for everybody. Everybody's impacted by crime that's going on in that city. Everybody.
Yes. And you have...
Except the people in the suburbs, and they're going to get it eventually with, the wine parties and fundraisers they have. So...
Man, oh, man.
That elitist.
Well, we have a number of clips. I don't even remember what everybody was saying, but they had residents that would have these town halls and start talking.
Yeah.
Mr. Brandon Johnson, I'm up here.
And
I'm speaking right now, so I would love your undivided attention, please. I'll wait.
Oh, yeah, this dude was getting hot.
So this just proves to you the lack of leadership that you show in this city. You can't even give me straight eye contact. Now, I'm going to let you know now, the people of Chicago, we're done with you. It is insane how we have been voting Democrat for over 60-plus years, and we've never seen a change from people like you, Lori Lightfoot, Rob Emanuel. It is insane. Chicago was 37% red. In 2020, it was only 15%. So we're waking up. So you can pretend that this isn't happening, but I know for a fact that you will not have that seat the next election.
Clip after clip of different meetings, neighborhoods, Q&As. People are not happy there.
Nope. But
for a number of different reasons.
The only thing that's going to change it is if you really are serious about organizing and voters and get them to the polls and get these jackasses out.
You got it. I think one of the best things that you can do is what Trump has talked about doing. You bring in law and order.
Yes.
And, I mean, Rahm Emanuel is out there saying, well, this is a smokescreen for immigration enforcement. Well, there are also foreign illegal alien gangs operating in certain neighborhoods in Chicago and have been for years. Now, if you can demonstrate to an entire community, this is what Trump did for you to get these animals off the streets and make your neighborhood at least a little bit more livable. Maybe not perfect, but at least make it a little safer so you can take your kids to the park.
Yes. Well, it's not only that, but in Chicago, remember, there were so many different residents, black residents, saying all our resources are going to the illegals. They need to get out. But Brandon Johnson, J.B. Pritzker, oh, no, we're welcoming.
So
Sanctuary City, because they're getting money.
Right. So show people the results and then say, and by the way, your current leadership, including your governor, was against it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to hear this clip. People were ticked, man.
Real residents, like they giving them shit that they ain't give us. And we born and raised in Chicago.
Taking care of the migrants more than the actual residents of the city. We trying to get them out of our city, to be honest with you. They have been like robbing and stealing phones, robbing people and stuff like that.
Is there a lot of crime from the migrants here?
Yes, of course, definitely. You know, they're stealing, robbing. But the difference between the citizens of Chicago, there's no accountability for the migrants.
Oh, yeah. Saying we get put in jail, they don't. Oh, yeah, it's a mess. I just let those guys keep doing what they're doing. I mean, sooner or later, it's got to turn around, you would think. So you got that going on out there. What, the governor of Maryland saying we might redraw our maps? Here we go.
Yeah, right. they're going to try to do this. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says he is considering redrawing the congressional maps there. Okay, Maryland has one district that is represented by Republicans. I don't know actually how you can gerrymander that state anymore, but they're going to try. And so he talked about it. Wes Moore did.
Okay, roll it.
I want to make sure that we have fair lines and fair seats where we don't have situations where politicians are choosing voters, but that voters actually have a chance to choose their elected officials. We need to be able to have fair maps. And we also need to make sure that if the President of the United States is putting his finger on the scale to try to manipulate elections because he knows that his policies cannot win in a ballot box, then it behooves each and every one of us to be able to keep all options on the table to ensure that the voters' voices can actually be heard. Less than 10% of congressional seats are actually competitive by nature. So that means we already have so many gerrymandered areas that we have to be able to add a measure of fairness in the way that it's applied. And so, yes, all options need to be on the table in the state of Maryland.
All right, let's get to some sense here. What J.D. Vance talking about, and he was telling Kristen Welker on NBC, what Republicans are doing with redistricting. Roll it.
You have to ask yourself, why have Democrats gerrymandered their states aggressively over the past 10 to 20 years? If you look, for example, at the popular vote in a lot of these states, and Massachusetts, where 32% of the residents of Massachusetts voted for Republicans, 0 Republican federal representatives. So we're not trying to sort of all we're doing, frankly, is trying to make the situation a little bit more fair on a national scale. The Democrats have gerrymandered their states really aggressively. We think there are opportunities to push back against that, and that's really all we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. I think what needs to be part of this, too, is the conversation that the census admitted that they miscounted. They admitted it. They miscounted states, giving Democrats anywhere from 5 to 10 seats that they otherwise really shouldn't have.
He goes into that. He talked about that, too.
Way fewer House seats than we should have. 1, if the Democrats hadn't aggressively gerrymandered, and 2, if illegal aliens weren't counted in the census for purposes of apportioning congressional seats. The best estimates I've seen is that in California, for example, has 5 additional congressional seats than it should have because they count illegal aliens for the purpose of apportioning representatives. Meanwhile, Ohio, my home state, lost a representative. We're literally losing representatives for American citizens in order to give congressional representation to illegal aliens. Republicans are trying to balance out the scales a little bit for basic fairness and for the integrity of our democracy, which the president cares about as much as anybody in the country.
Well, there's a bigger question we got to answer, in my opinion. And that is, if you're wearing a BYU shirt, are you Mormon?
No, I'm not Mormon. I have a BYU shirt on. I'm not Mormon. Why? Why would you say that? You have to be Mormon to wear a shirt?
I'm asking the question. I just noticed, I've known you for years, and maybe you've had this shirt for a long time.
I have.
It's Brigham Young University T-shirt.
I've had it for a long time. I worn it here.
I guess I didn't notice.
Wow, now you did. Today you did.
Yeah, I saw BYU. And so, jokingly, I said, are you Mormon?
Well, no, I'm not Mormon. Of course not.
I know that you're not Mormon.
Well, why did you ask me then? You already knew the answer.
Because I would guess, and you tell me if this is wrong, that I guess if I see someone with a BYU shirt, I assume they're Mormon. Is that wrong of me?
The Texas Christian? Are they all Christians that wear the Texas Christian shirt?
Well, I don't know that everyone that goes there is Christian, but I'm guessing if you're wearing a TCU, you might be a fan, I guess.
BYU is not Mormon. Anybody who roots for them is not Mormon.
I guess I've just never known anyone to wear a BYU shirt that wasn't Mormon.
Jim McMahon's not Mormon. He played football there.
So do they recruit people without the faith?
They want to win. I mean, Mormons want to win games.
Are you saying Mormons aren't good athletes? Is that what we're on next?
No, I'm just saying if you
got to recruit.
If you only recruit Mormons, then it's like Baptist, Southern Baptist University. You know what? But just Baptists are allowed to have scholarships. You have to be a card-carrying Baptist. What?
David, did you ever assume seeing someone with a BYU shirt that they were Mormon?
Yeah, I usually do. Just kind of assume. It's not a big deal. I just kind of see it, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's a weird assumption.
And to me, I feel the same thing whenever I see somebody with a Fighting Irish gear on. Who's like
Catholic?
Really sporting.
Yeah, I assume they're Catholic.
Dame.
I do.
I think, probably Catholic.
Well, I know some.
They could be wrong,
Notre
I guess.
Dame fans who just grew up around the area and became Notre Dame fans.
Okay.
But they're Protestants.
Well, it's kind of like also if I see somebody wearing one of the keffiyehs, I assume that you're pro-Hamas.
Well, if I show up with a keffiyeh on, Yeah, okay. Your hunch may be correct. I don't know. Yeah.
He just ramped it up, man.
No, he did because it's like, well,
I was just curious.
No, I mean, my daughter got I think she was in Salt Lake for something. I can't remember what it was, but
okay.
I got this shirt from her.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I was questioning.
Yeah.
That's it. Hit Robbins up on Facebook.
Yeah, if you wear a BYU shirt, you must be Mormon.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, and this could be wrong, that when I saw someone with a BYU shirt, I just assumed they would be Mormon.
That's
it.
It's weird, though, because if I see somebody wearing an SMU shirt, I don't assume they're Methodist.
No, because I think, like, the fandom goes beyond. I think there's been so much that's been made of Brigham Young.
Yeah.
And some of, I guess, the practices of the students there that call it a stigma, whatever you want to call it, that you just assume that if you're a fan, you're also on board.
Mm-hmm. I've had 2 wives, not at the same time, but,
Oh, God.
Oh, my.
It's an old Mormon joke, right?
Oh, dang.
And
man,
what is the underwear thing? There's a weird underwear thing too, right? Isn't there like?
I'll let you explain.
I'm going to let you twist in the wind.
No, but there's something, right? Isn't there
Your
something?
trifecta's coming up. We'll get into that in the 5 stories we're watching today. Straight ahead.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T.
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ALL to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text ALL to 321-321. That's ALL to 321-321.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you so much for being here. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
Right, let's pull this up here. Number 5, Kilmar Abrego García is now in ICE custody. This is the Maryland man that Democrats have been fawning over for the last several months. He's been arrested, now faces deportation. They're talking about sending him to Uganda.
Get him out.
Thanks. Number 4, President Trump is signing an order to end cashless bail in Washington, D.C. as part of the crime crackdown. 12 straight days, no homicides. It's a good sign.
You gotta pay.
Number 3, he's also talking about sending the National Guard into Chicago. He said today that Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is taking the wrong side of the crime issue, which he calls a 93-7 issue, and should be thankful instead of being a disaster and a slob who needs to hit the gym.
Yeah.
Seriously overweight.
Those are his words, yes. Number 2, California Governor Gavin Newsom is continuing this bizarre Twitter trolling, which is just stupid. And now a new poll from Harvard shows it's not really working. His approval's at 29%. Trump is at 47%.
Hilarious.
And number 1, the DNC has figured out how to win back men. The chair, Ken Martin, opened up their summer meeting in Minneapolis by inviting up, I'll just call her a beefy chick, to read to the crowd.
Okay.
This is Lindy Somek, who is from the Saginaw Ojibwe Nation, and she's going to deliver our land acknowledgement today. Lindy?
Bonjour, Lindy Somek, Nindichnikaz, Amekdodam, Saginaw Chippewa Dojaba, Anishinaabe Kwe and Dow. Good morning, DNC members, friends, and relatives. Let's talk about the land for a second. The DNC acknowledges and honors the Dakota Oyate, the Dakota people, who are the original stewards of the lands and waters of Minneapolis. The Dakota cared for the lands, lakes, and the Wakatonka, the Great River, the Mississippi River, for thousands of years before colonization. This land was not claimed or traded. It's a part of a history of broken treaties and promises. And in many ways, we still live in a system built to suppress Indigenous peoples' cultural and spiritual history. As Democrats,
Blah, blah, blah. She goes on.
I thought Prince solved all that in Lake Minnetonka when Apollonia got naked in there.
Well, he was known for solving problems, but I don't know if that was one of them.
That's the top 5 stories we're looking at today. I guess the DNC is doubling down on preachy, beefy chicks to talk to them. Speaking of which, by the way, Brickhouse Nutrition's Labor Day sale just went live. Get 25% off of everything like Field of Greens and the best-selling weight loss formula, Lean. Go to brickhousenutrition.com. Use code LaborDay25 to get 25% off everything.
You know, a less skilled broadcaster could never combine the two like that. You pulled it off magically.
Thank you.
Really, really good.
Certain talent.
It is a great talent. I'll tell you that right now.
I did not take my 7-year-old daughter to see that movie in the theater, however, when Apollonia did get naked in Lake Minnetonka.
I didn't take her in the theater. I took her. She was a home. It was VCR at the time. We saw it.
Oh. Did you go?
We went later to go see it in the theater. Yeah.
Did you like cover her eyes during those parts?
I don't recall. Probably not.
Oh my goodness!
This is a horrible father. It really was.
This is the Markley Van Camp and Robin show. Dang!
I was not a horrible father, by the way.
You said it. I didn't say it.
No, I said it.
I just can't believe a 7-year-old watching that movie.
Well, you
know, it's wild.
It was the first time I'd seen it, and I just thought, well. You know, I don't know. I hadn't seen it before. I didn't preview it, so I didn't know.
It was rated R.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes that's a little funky. So
usually, rated R stuff's fine for 7-year-olds.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, Prince is very well known for being, let's say, conservative with his themes and subject matter.
Yeah. Especially then, after the Dirty Mind album.
Well,
holy mackerel.
I only played that on Saturdays.
News update to get to in the Scott Robbins trifecta straight ahead. Camp and Robin Show. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial, the Sexy Boomer. That's Scott Robbins. As we mentioned earlier, 10 years since your first heart attack and then the second one a day later.
Yes,
it took
sir.
you out for months and months and then years and you're back.
Yep.
Walking miracle.
Yep.
It's wild, man.
Oh, by the way, you know, another thing is I finally paid the IRS off.
Oh, because when you started working...
Nobody filed taxes for me when I was sick, and therefore it got all jumbled up, and I owed a bunch of money.
And now that's done.
Yeah, I paid. It's all done. I should have gotten the certificate in the mail, but you know what they did?
What?
You know what they did?
What?
We combined our refunds, because I was married this time, and we combined our taxes, right? Because we're thinking, well, the refund will be bigger with both of us. Turns out that it wasn't, because I still owed money to the IRS. So they just took a huge chunk of what we were getting back and just applied it to the debt, but it was paid off then.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, I remember calling him going, hey, is this over with now? Are you going to take more? What do you want? Blood? My firstborn, what do you want? Okay, it's done.
Now you're all the way back.
She wasn't very happy about it, I don't think, because the chunk of change we were kind of counting on went away.
Yeah, but she's still graced with your presence.
Knowing, well, yeah.
So just say you're welcome.
Okay.
What?
I need to get like a little Jamie Markley doll. I just pull the string on it and it gives the right answer.
I would not say that around her president. I'm just saying you could say that.
No.
That's all I'm saying. News update, David Van Camp.
Sorry. Just trying to get him in trouble, man.
No.
I got a bunch of things to pile on, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's a good day for our boy Scott. 10 years.
I know. Do
still
you know how
alive.
many ladies would love to be in the position she's in?
None.
She should be counting her lucky stars tonight.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A little gratitude. I mean, I'm sitting here gracious today and full of gratitude because you're here.
Yeah, that is, well, I'm glad to be here, believe me.
Yes.
I mean, and again, I don't have a great story about the other side. I don't know I don't remember anything. If I went there, I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I got no story.
Or maybe the big black was a sign that you maybe need to make some life changes.
And that very well could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's something I mentioned just a few minutes ago in our top 5 things, but we didn't have a lot of time to flesh it out. I cannot believe that the Democrat Party, which has been fretting over how to get young men back, they open up their summer meeting today, and they introduce a heftier Native American woman to do a land acknowledgement, saying that, well, this is stolen land. Why?
are you saying it would have been better if she would have been thin?
Well, marginally better, yes, actually. If she had been hot, I mean, that would have at least been like, okay, there's, you know.
I might differ with that opinion. I'm just saying it doesn't matter.
Yes.
It's just getting up there and doing it. It's like you need to stop doing this stuff.
Sidney Sweeney did it in a tank top. Boy, you got my attention.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. It was interesting the other day when you were out, David. We were talking about the story that I happened to see about this left think tank called Third Way, and they had a new memo, and it was addressed to all who wish to stop Trump and MAGA. Okay? They said you need to lose some of your language. You need to lose some words and phrases and just talk like a normal person. The thing is, it's not so much what they say, it's what they believe and who they are is the problem. But as an example, they mentioned here's some things. Blacklisted terms. Privilege. Violence, as in environmental violence. Because when someone mentions environmental violence, what's the first thing you think?
Kook.
Nut job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes. Triggering. Microaggression. Body shaming. Systems of oppression. Cultural appropriation. Existential threat.
Yeah.
Radical transparency. The unhoused.
Yes.
All this stuff. LGBTQIA+. BIPOC. Allyship. All that stuff. You hear it and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mind just shuts off right away. I don't even care what follows it, what you're going to say afterwards. I'm done.
I know.
I'm done.
Yeah. With you. I don't think they're listening to that.
I mean, it's when I hear the land acknowledgement thing, I think, oh my God.
And there was a time when I thought, you know, I think it sounds kind of goofy or whatever, like unhoused as an example. It sounds kind of goofy, but I understand, you know, I was naive in thinking they were doing that kind of stuff in good faith. And thinking,
oh, I think a lot of us were.
You know, like, okay, I kind of understand that, or, you know, I don't agree with it, or I think it sounds kind of goofy, but I can understand where they're coming from. Then it's like, no, actually what it is to soften the blow for people who are not unhoused in order to justify the homeless industrial complex. Like, make everybody out to be this victim that we all need to move heaven and earth for, instead of asking for real accountability from anybody.
Dude, there are so many people that are getting rich off the homeless.
Yes.
The homeless, I mean, it depends on what study you're looking at, percentage-wise. When you're talking about addicted to drugs, it's huge. And they want to keep using it. It's not like they want to get into rehab.
Nope.
There's a reason a lot of these people are homeless, because they ran out of people they could stay with.
Yeah.
They said, we can't take it anymore.
No.
That's the reality. And you say, well, that's very cold-hearted. Well, until you are in those facts for a while and see it for what it is. My gosh. Yes. They also mentioned chest feeding. Dude.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. Birthing person.
All of the trans stuff. Get rid of it.
You know, I must have missed this along with birthing person. Inseminated person.
Yes.
Sounds like you're talking about cattle. You know? I mean, it does. Like you're breeding horses or cattle or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Pregnant people. Yeah. Latinx. Well, of course.
Yeah. That
it's
one was
insanity.
so crazy.
Yes.
Where that came from, who knows?
That was academia.
Yeah, right.
It's where a lot of this comes from.
Basically, it was like 5 people in South America said, we want to go by this. And then a bunch of white professors in academia in the United States says, everybody wants to go by this.
And nobody asked them.
Yep.
No.
And a lot
when they did, they're like, it's stupid.
And a lot of Latinos, one, it's stupid, and it's just a bastardization of their language. And then the other thing is nobody knew how to pronounce it.
Right.
Because in Spanish, how do you say it? Is it Latinx? Like they didn't.
Latinx.
Yeah, is it Latinx, Latinx? Nobody knew how to say it.
Yeah. That might be the topper, actually.
They don't have to think them through, do they? They just have to say it.
Yeah. You ready for your big 3?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
1, 2, buckle my shoe on.
It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time, Scott Robbins' top 3 stories, helped by his hero.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Well, Casey, you have a good weekend?
Yes.
Didn't see you, just wondered.
Nope.
Tried calling, nobody answered, nobody picked up. What's going on?
Give it up.
All right, fine.
I'm ready.
Fine, jerk. Yeah.
3.
Casey, I just wanted to say thank you for the chicken noodle soup you brought to my house this weekend.
See what I mean?
That was really nice.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, totally blows me. Yeah, okay. Did you make that yourself? No. You didn't?
Yes.
No, you did not.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yes. I'm ready.
All I know is it's pretty good,
The Amazon Mrs. Gene Kasem did it.
All right.
3.
Number 3, Southwest Airlines has new conditions regarding plus-size travelers.
Southwest is adding what they called rules when it comes to customers of size. Much more kind. Starting on January the 27th, when flights with assigned seating begin to take off, plus-size passengers should proactively purchase the number of seats prior to travel to ensure the additional adjacent seat is available. The airline has said on its website. So I just hope that consumers are aware of this change, and I wonder if plus-size people will skip out on flying with them, all because of them not knowing if the flight is sold out or not, said Jeff Jenkins. Jeff is the co-founder of a travel blog called Chubby Diaries. Oh, I'm not making that up. Chubby Diaries. He said it's more anxiety.
Oh, boy. That sounds dirty.
I know. It's like a spin-off of
It just does.
Penthouse Magazine or something.
This week's Chubby Diaries. Plus size. All right. Gosh dang it. So the seats, they give the 17.8 inches at their widest. The airline says the definitive seat boundary is the armrest. And they're saying people complain that they don't like long flights with people who are using 2 seats but only pay for 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, they're urging them now to do that, or you may not get on the plane. That's how it works.
Okay.
Now,
This is
on
going
with
to be
the
fun to
countdown.
enforce, too. Holy smokes.
The Scott Robbins trifecta
Yeah.
top 3 of the day up to number
2.
Number 2, J.B. Pritzker talks about Chicago crime.
Yeah, Donald Trump, he said his threat to bring the National Guard to Chicago is not about safety. You might think it is, but it's not. It's a test of limits of his power and a trial run for a police state. Illinois, according to J.B. Pritzker, has long worked with federal law enforcement to tackle crime, but we won't let a dictator impose his will. Illinois has long worked to tackle crime, and you suck at it, okay?
Right.
It's time for the grown-ups to come in and take care of things, and that's not you. Governor Gravy, move on.
And the countdown continues.
The Scott Robbins trifecta
crime. My
top 3 of the day.
And finally, 1.
Number 1, great moments in woke history.
Yeah, it was 8 years ago today. It's hard to believe this, but 8 years ago today, ESPN made a decision.
What was it?
to remove play-by-play announcer Robert Lee from calling a Virginia football game for fear people would confuse him with Confederate Civil War General Robert E. Lee. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah. It's astonishing that this happened. They should have gone bankrupt right then for sheer ignorance instead of waiting and prolonging it, which is what they're doing now. The guy's he was Asian, by the way.
I vaguely remember
this.
this.
Yeah, he was an Asian guy named Robert Lee. And he was scheduled to do the Virginia football game, and they wouldn't let him. And he's like, why? Wait a minute. Why? Well, because your name, they might think you're Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee's been dead for, 200 years? I don't know, what are we talking about here?
That is top-level insanity.
It is top-level, but that was the beginning.
Was that part of it in reaction to the Charlottesville?
Probably.
Unite the Right thing and all of that? Because that would have been about the time.
Right around that time, I'm sure it was.
So they were worried, like, oh, this is going to be a bad look, even though he's an Asian dude.
He's an Asian guy. His name happens to be Robert Lee.
Asian last names on the planet.
God almighty.
Man, oh, man.
And there you have it.
Yes, Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day.
Wow.
That was all.
Viral decision. Yes.
Yeah, that's something there. Oh, boy. We got to get to a news update. For Nimrods in the news, I'll just say this. The butt sniffer is back.
Oh, no. What? No.
Yes, the cereal butt sniffer's back. Coming up.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Preseason football is underway and college football is here, so don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the easiest way to cash in on football. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. You just select stat projections for 2 to 6 players, pick more or less, and you're ready to go. Prize Picks also invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Which players are going to go off? Which ones aren't going to go off? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long. All withdrawals are fast, safe, secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code MVCR to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Van Camp and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Wow, 1 week from Thursday, the NFL season kicks off. Oh, wow, I can't believe it. College football's already here, by the way, and they're playing again. What did you say, David? Texas, Ohio State this weekend?
Yeah.
Hey. Hook 'em horns. All right, don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, easy way to cash in on football. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. How about that? You select stat projections, 2 to 6 players. You just pick more or less. You're ready to go. Prize Picks also embedded something they call the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup is not perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. It's absolutely the best way to win money this football season. All withdrawals are fast, safe, secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account. Join millions of users. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your damn!
News update, David Van Camp.
This is amazing to watch. You've said it before. It's possible there is no Democrat Party 4 years from now, or
I know
after
people
4 years from now.
say I'm crazy for saying that.
I mean, I don't know how this will play out,
so.
but
No.
the DNC is having its summer retreat or whatever, and they brought on somebody from something called the Vera Institute, which is explicitly pro-defund the police, to talk about how it's authoritarian. Don't talk about getting tough on crime, Democrats. This is somebody that has been chosen to open up the party's meeting. Here she is in all her glory.
There is a conventional political wisdom about crime, and it's that if voters are concerned about it, they want tough policies. That's actually not true. They want to know that you're going to address the underlying drivers that make us safe or less.
They want the root causes. They don't want you to get tough on crime. They want you to talk about the root causes, they say.
This party's learned nothing. You're right.
It is remarkable.
It really
radicals
is.
took over.
David, that's a great word because it is remarkable. It's unbelievable. You keep hearing it over and over again. You got land acknowledgments. You've got defund the police. You got the same thing that sunk you.
The radicals took it
Right.
over. And they're in control.
And not only that, but they get front and center.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying, that you can't get elected on stuff like that.
No, you can't.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Not outside of your deep blue areas, no.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you make a lot of noise, though. There's a lot of screaming going on.
Yeah. All right, we got to get to Nimrods. This is crazy.
When the going gets tough. Damn it, this is too hard. The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's the news. We go to California. I'll just read from the NBC4 Los Angeles story. A man previously arrested for inappropriate behavior was taken into custody once again after allegedly sniffing a woman's behind.
Come on, man.
Inside a Walgreens in Burbank.
Come on.
Burbank police told NBC4 that 38-year-old Khalees Crowder, also known by officers as, quote, the butt sniffer, was recognized by store employees who reported the incident shortly after 11 p.m. As far as the victim, she talked about it.
I didn't realize he was so close to me until I heard like his jewelry or something, and he sounded extremely close to me. So that's when I turned around and noticed that he was right under me. So that's when I stepped back towards the bookcase and I asked him what he was doing, and he said that he was tying his shoe. He was smelling me, and he smelled another person in the store. It's honestly infuriating because he's done this for 13 plus years.
Yes, and that's Nimrod.